Okay, so we're trying out this Majespecter deck. I'm gonna run through some of the combos that we got going on here. Um, if I do any duels on there, I'll make sure that they're quick replays. But we got two Nibs, two Karens, one Luster, one Ignis, one Dynamite, three Porcupine, three Majesty. I'm going with two Fox and two Toads, just to keep in case I accidentally have to get rid of one some way. Three razors, three crows, three bambukus, one cat. But to ditch it, not a big deal. Three ash blossoms, three evict veilers, one pot of prosperity, one called by grave, one cyclone, three wind. You might be able to do two wind to help cut down the deck. Three cross out, one secret village, one majesty Pegasus, three imperm, one tornado, one tempest. This deck is massive at 49, so that's why I kept saying like maybe I can cut down here and there. Um, you could probably cut down one wind and then go to two hand traps for each. At least two for your cross out to protect your link summon. And then the extra deck we got Dynaster, Ignister, Superstar Slayer, two Ryu, Tornado Dragon. I mean, it's just kind of like a way to get rid of a trap if you need it. You can really remove it. Magister Paladin, rarely play it, so you could remove it if you want something else, but it's good in clutch. Abyss Dweller, same thing. Really rarely play it, but it's good in clutch if you're going against a graveyard deck. Um, Exceed, New, New, Beyond, IP Mascara, Access Talker, and then I'm trying this one out, Severus Quantum Dragon. I'll explain these a little bit. Your main ones are going to be your Draco, Ignister, Dynaster, Exceed, New, Beyond, and Access Code Talker. Anything else can kind of be played with, like removed or whatever. If you go first, you probably want to use New, unless you're like loaded with Pendulum cards. Um, but the only reason to bring out Beyond is for its extender to wipe out your opponent. Like first off, it's big effect. If you Pendulum summon two different level monsters, so like Bambuku in any level 4 or Cat in any level 4, then with Beyond you can then destroy two cards on the field. So that helps clear the board a bit. A little bit of sacrifices because you're Pendulum summoning a level 3, but I think it's well worth it. Plus, then after you Pendulum summon the level 3, you can just use it to go ahead and bring out Exceed, and then grab whatever else you would have normally brought out. That might be in your extra deck, like a level 4, and then summon it with Exceed. And then once you're done with that, you can go into Access Code Talker for game. You should be able to, hopefully you can get Ignister out with Exceed. Should be able to, between Beyond and Exceed. Majesty, there's all sorts of different ways. But, yeah, let's go ahead and test it. This is on Dueling Nexus. It's free to use. Here we go. Pretty good hand. Secret Village is always awesome to get. I'm going to go ahead and use Pot of Prosperity. My opponent's not going to do anything because this is just a test, but we'll just go ahead and just banish 3 cards. It can be any 3, but those are probably 3 terrible ones to pick. Oh, nice, we got this guy. So yeah, I will add him. Put those in the order. So this one's a little tough going, but what you'll do is you'll activate Riser, then Riser can special summon, and then we'll go ahead and normal summon Porcupine, and then we'll special summon out New. Activate New's effect, we'll add back Porcupine, and then we'll send Majesty and Crow. Those are going to be the main two starters. Majesty you need so you can get Secret Village, but also you want Majesty out there so you can bring out your you can special summon him back with your Dinosaur because you're going to use him for Draco. I'm going to show you. But then you also need Crow so you can get your Wind out there. Now, there's also one other cool thing we can do. Let's see. Summon. Now, the other cool thing we could do is we could go ahead and add our Majesty Pegasus, which would be sick. But I don't think we want to, because then we'd have to discard our Imperm or our Wind. So I'm not going to. We're just going to pretend our Secret Village with some random card, and that's the card we would have discarded to grab Secret Village, and that's what we grabbed Majesty Pegasus. So add that to hand, then we have to discard a card. We're just going to go ahead and discard Majesty Pegasus, just purely showing it for its effect. Then we'll add Wind, and then we're going to XZ the Draco. And then we'll activate Wind to read off him. Now, we have to get another Majesty on the field so we can bring out our Dinosaur. That's the only bad thing about this. It's kind of slow in that sense. Then we'll peel him off. And then we can do anything. We can play our Bambuku to add Porcupine to have that. But also we still need some more traps and stuff. So this is a weak hand in that sense. But that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play Bambuku so I can add Porky. We're going to go ahead and special summon this guy. Then we get to special summon one more. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and grab Fox, I believe. Now you could get Karen. But you can really get Karen on their turn. So I really got two options. I can go ahead and bring out another Ryu and use this one as a tribute for this, and this one for Wind. So really we have tons of options. Now, I like doing the Ryu just because it makes more options for Kieran to get out. And he's not really, I mean, they're all protected anyways by Dinosaur. I will admit though, the added level of the Majesty is nice. But yeah, we'll go ahead and set this. Set this. We'll activate that. And then we'll go ahead and end phase. Now you see they didn't really do anything. But had they done anything, then we could have just played Wind or Tempest. We'll go ahead and just do that now. Just pretend like we don't have cross out. Then we can just tribute him. Now, depending on what spell you're going on, like if they played a card and you're activating your Wind in effect, you'd want to bring out Kieran. Because Kieran doesn't have an effect on activation. And then, after all the combos go through, then you'll activate Ryu's effect to bring out another card with an effect. So, like, if we wanted to summon another Porcupine, we could do that, but really, we can just add another Porcupine back. So what would I do? We could do Cat. That would let us add anything, so we could see where we're at if we needed Bambuku. So that'd be nice. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add Cat. And then we can do Kieran to add Porcupine back to hand, and then on our opponent's turn still, we could special summon the Porcupine back and reset our Wind. And then we still have Tempest, we still have Imperm, we still have Secret Village, so they can't play spells. You really want to save your Kieran and your Tempest for whatever best defeats them. And the great thing is, Kieran's not target, like none of your pendulums are actually targetable as long as you got this one out. But yeah, so pretty good. With that, we will end game, and we'll do another one. Oh, here we go. This one is an awesome little combo. So we'll go ahead and activate him. Now, it used to be I'd play Bambuku as the one card starter. But someone online showed me a better way, and I agree with it completely. So what we're going to do is we're going to summon Crow. Now, if they destroyed this Curtain Riser, then we still got our one card combo with Bambuku. No problem. And if they somehow destroyed both of them, Crow and Riser, well, now we got Wind in our hand. If we didn't get Wind in our hand, we can still get Nayu. But, now, if we were going second, I would do Beyond, and I would go ahead and grab Majesty. Because we can pop one and add Ignister, or not pop, we can just put Bambuku, add Ignister, and then special out, or Igneous, or Luster, sorry, Luster, then we can get Ignister. But yeah, for this, since we're going first, we'll just use this. Add Crow back to hand. Now we already used Crow's effect, so we don't need to send Crow, but we still need a Majesty. We have Fox in hand, but it's going to have to be used as a scale. So you could do Fox. We have Bambuku in hand, so we don't need Bambuku. We don't need Porcupine, because we'll be able to add them once we Pendulum Summon. So I'm going to do Fox, because I'm going to use the other one as a scale. And that's why I have two Foxes. So this is actually a great example. I've already used Crow's effect, so might as well use him as a scale. Now, Wind's great in our hand, because if our opponent had something to destroy Nayu or stop it, we can then respond by playing Wind and tribute it. And then his effect still goes through. Okay, let's see. So we want to go ahead and Pendulum Summon. This kind of sucks because our hand's not going to be protected because we're going to discard our cross out. But the good thing is, if they were going to play something, they would have played it already, and we had cross out, so we could have used it. So that's why we can go ahead and just get rid of it. And then yeah, we're going to activate all three of these effects. First, we're going to add back our porcupine. Or add our porcupine. Then we'll add Tempest. Tempest is the strongest because it's the counter, but the other one's nice because it banishes, so it gets rid of monsters that could be uh, immune to being destroyed. Then we'll add Secret Village. And then because we had Secret Village, we have the discard card, and because we already know we should be safe, then we'll go ahead and get rid of Crossout. If not, we'd have been a tough bind. But we could have just not brought out him, Porcupine, and what book we got. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and special summon these two. And we'll play Wind. Yes, we'll treat no. And we need another Majesty Pegasus so we can bring out Dynaster. It's always good just to play him there. And then we're basically just looking for ones we haven't used yet. So we haven't used Toad yet, so we'll go ahead and play Toad. Toad's effect will let us set one. Now you could do Cyclone or Tornado. I'm just gonna do Tornado. Just because the banishing. Then we can also go ahead and set our Tempest. Let's see, and then we'll go ahead and special summon Dynaster. Big Ryu's effect. Now this is where things get interesting because we've already used all our other cards combos, so now we can actually do Cat. Bring back Majesty. And we'll use Majesty for the other Ryu. Now the reason why I like to do the Ryu is I could put him in the extra deck slot actually. I'm gonna put him in the extra deck slot up here just to keep open a slot. Yeah, but the reason why we like to have Majesty under Ryu is so when we remove him, we can then use Dynaster to special him back. So you want one in the grave so you can special. Then we'll go ahead and activate our Secret Village. And then we'll end turn. And then, oh yeah, because we played Cat, we get to add another one back to hand. I am going to add Porcupine just so I can have something that's special, something a little extra. Now, interestingly enough, though, you could add Pegasus, and that would give your Draco immunity. And if somehow they got rid of it, it'd still do them. So actually, I might do Pegasus, yeah. Just for because then I can discard him, and it'll protect him. Because what he says is, you can discard this card for the rest of the turn. Your opponent cannot target Draco Slayer monsters you control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So that would give him the targeting and destruction thing, which protects it protects even your scales. So that's huge. But yeah, on their turn, let's not pretend like we just drew him. So what we would do is we would go ahead and activate Wind on their turn. Watch this. This is sick. So this might have been in response to some effect they did. So this might be number 2. So if it's number two, you don't want to do any of the ones with, you don't want to do Porky, you don't want to do Mbuku, Crow, him, Fox, because their effects won't activate. Porcupine will still set to grave, I believe, but it's spell speed, or it's number chain link 2, so I like to do Karen on chain link 2. And then always, the cards that are going to stick for a while, always try to put them in these spots. So that way you have these freed up for your Beyond. And when you remove him, remember, we're still pretending we're on their turn. That's the sick thing about this. And then you can bring out Bambuku or Porcupine. And honestly, Porcupine probably the best. You could also go double Kieran. And you got so many options. I mean, heck, we could even do Frog and set Cyclone, but I think the best is to do Porcupine so you have a wind on your turn all ready to go. And you might be like, why'd you destroy Ryu over Cat? It's because Cat has that immunity. Cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. All the main Majespecters have that. Let's see. That's 21 minutes. We'll go into another one. But yeah, this everything we just did would still be on our opponent's turn. He wouldn't be in hand. We could use him to destroy or to discard to protect Dinosaur, but also it protects your Draco Slayer. I don't know if it protects him or not, actually. That's something I need to have. Because he's like a Majespecter, and he's a Draco Slayer, but his name doesn't say Draco Slayer, it's just Draco. So, I don't know if he counts as a Draco Slayer. He should, but I don't know. But either way, it at least protects him. And that's the one that's really protecting him and your Pendulum Zones. But yeah, just to recap, we still got Tempest, we got Wind, we got Tornado. So there's one destruction, there's a negate of a special summon, there's a bounce back to hand, and they can't play spells. So I'd recommend is trying to save your Tempest and your Karen for if you see a spellcaster come out. I mean, try to save everything for a spellcaster. Try to save this for one that can't be destroyed. It's really tough. But you got 3 negates, or 3 interruptions, and they can't play spells. So that's pretty good. Oh, and your cards can't be destroyed by card effects or targeted. Okay. Oops, let's see. I'm going to hit reset. There we go. Look at this. This is your basic 1-card starter. Now we have Wind in hand, so that's awesome because we can protect our new. This is as basic as Majespecters as it gets. Like we drew 2 Karens. Okay. Let's see what all we can get out with this. Now we already have a Wind, and we can discard a Karen with Majesty because we don't need 2. So I might not do or Crow, but if I have an extra special summon somewhere along the way, I will. But I don't think I will, and I really want to get. I also could use Kieran as a scale, so I could. Well, I already special. Well, frick. No, yeah, we can't. Okay. Our Wind might have to sacrifice. Summon. Chain link 1, chain link 2, add Tempest, add Secret Village, discard Karen. This is really gonna be tough. We can bring Karen. That's actually sick that's in the graveyard because you can just use wind just to bring it out without a tribute. So that might even be the best play ever imaginable. Um, but yeah, nonetheless. So we have to bring out Majesty. If we don't bring out Majesty, then we can't bring out Dynaster. And so Majesty and one other card, it just sets us up. So yeah, so we have to do that. Now we already done Fox, so I'm just trying to figure out my move. So we have to bring out Majesty. There's no if and but about that because we can't get Dynaster out. If we don't get Dynaster out, then we're missing out on a free special summon for Majesty and extra special summon with Draco because we didn't grab uh, the other spilled Majesty Pegasus or whatever the other filled spell is. Okay. Now this is where it's going to be interesting, because you know I like to bring out an extra Ryu at the end, but I need 2 level 4s to do that. Dinosaur is going to provide 1, and then I'll be able to special summon 1. The question is, let's see, I think I have to do Porcupine and Toad. We won't get the cat this time, which that stinks, but if I don't bring out Porcupine and Toad, then I can't have all 3. And I can't activate Wind on their turn if it's not set this turn. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll go Porcupine. I should have did Toad, if I'm being honest. Just to keep Porcupine alive. Because I would rather Porcupine be on the field when I bring out Karen. So yeah, word to the wise, bring out Toad first. Yeah, I guess Toad's just going to become part of Ryu anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Set Tornado. Special Summon. Set. And I like to bring out another Ryu, just so we have some things we can do on their turn. We have plenty of open spots, so we're just going to put Ryu down here. Trying to think if that would matter. No. And then we'll activate Secret Village. And then on their turn, what we would do is we would go into Wind as quick as we can to tribute off Ryu. And then special summon Kieran. I would do the Kieran from the grave. Now, you don't have to tribute to bring him out, but you want to tribute. And then what I would do is I'd special summon Bambuku with Ryu effect from the tribute from the wind. And then add Porcupine. And then you can special summon Porcupine. You got just more plays. You got Bambuku, Porcupine, Karen. And you still have 2 tributes left, so you can special summon out a third card still. Or 4th, I guess, at that point. A lot of plays. I guess I could show it. So once again, we're pretending we're on their turn right now. We're not on our turn. So we're going to play Wind. Going to tribute that one. I'm going to special summon I'm assuming it's on their chain link, so I'm assuming this is chain link 2. So that's what we want to bring out Karen. We're going to do Karen from the grave. So that might be the best discard I ever did, actually, discarding the Karen. Because, yeah, you can just bring it from the grave. And then we keep one in hand. Then, yeah, we'll use Ryu's effect. We'll remove that. Now, we'll special Bambuku. Do it in defense position because it's their turn. It'd be stupid to put them in attack. And we'll bring out Porcupine. And then off one of their chain links, we can special summon Porcupine. And then reset our wind. And then based on what they do, we can either return it to hand, or negate it, banish it, and they can't play spells. So all that was just with one. Well, we had Bambuku and we had wind in hand, so that really helped out. But yeah, all that was from that. Alright, I'll make another video going against some AI opponents so we can play a little bit more realistically. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please ask. And if you have any tips or feedback or things that might be better, I'm all for it. I really just want to show you turn 2 hands though in the next video.